Now, we know Queen Camilla plays a big part in running the family, and apparently that extends to royal visits. There's a report this week in The Telegraph by Camilla Tomney that the first tours are to France and Germany because apparently Queen Camilla doesn't like flying too much. Is that right?
So that's apparently what we've heard, and it would make sense given the couple, Queen Camilla and King Charles's age, and how much planning actually goes to any sort of, state visit, for instance. And it's also a kind of a way, I think, diplomatically to show the importance of our relationship with France and Germany. I suspect they're probably leaving longer haul flights and trips to later in the year when the weather is more favourable or when there's a more opportune time. We're obviously waiting for King Charles to make his visit to Australia, which will probably be his most significant long haul trip of his reign. But it does make sense. I mean, Queen Camilla has always been, King Charles's rock in many ways. I don't know if you remember that incident where he was signing a document, I believe it was last year, and the fountain pen kept leaking, and he was so frustrated, and she was by his side trying to calm him down. Now, to most people, he just looked like a grumpy old man that was having a bit of a whinge about a leaky pen. But it just, the dynamic between them just was highlighted in that moment because she seemed to calm him down. She seemed to be like, oh, it's fine, it will all be okay. And their partnership has really been strengthened over the last few decades, and it's really interesting to see, and it's very nice to see as well. You know, they both lean on each other. I suspect, them choosing to go to France and Germany first is not just because of the distance, but also maybe because King Charles is not favouring the idea of travelling very far, or for some other diplomatic reason. But it does make sense that would be their first choice.
Now, it's been quite a few weeks that the royal family have been taking their summer vacation, but they're back at it with Charles and Camilla doing a number of royal engagements, including to celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Here's this clip is fabulous. He's got a lot of Italian wedding vibes for me, Esther, but he's also down at the races in Doncaster. William and Kate were helping build dens in the woods with kids in Hereford. And William also got out and about in London to visit some building sites, learning about suicide rates in the construction industry. They're back with a bang.
Yes, definitely. I mean, one of the things that people don't realise is how many engagements the royal family, well, members of the royal family have every single year. I mean, they have sort of hundreds of royal engagements where they champion different causes and are the faces of various charities and organisations. So I'm not surprised that they've got stuck in, with Prince William, obviously highlighting the issue of mental health and suicide rates in the construction industry, which is actually 3 times the national rate. According to statistics, is actually averaging up to about 2 a day. So I'm really happy that he's highlighting that as well, because we know suicide, but particularly male suicide in this country is a huge problem. And we also have, him and Catherine building sheds in the woods in a school in Hereford. The King and Queen were at a fun shindig to celebrate Rosh Hashanah. These are the kinds of things that it's not just community building, but it also shows the value of the royal family in highlighting various issues, but also bringing communities together. And in many ways, you'd struggle to find better ambassadors. Even the most polished politicians have their own gaffe moments, and it's really nice to see that the royal family just gets stuck in. And I suspect that's what's going to be the trend over the next few years. I would like to think that sort of, insofar as the Sussexes have decided to put the whole drama with the royal family behind them, that the royal family is not going to make any mention of them or do anything that will stir the pot. They will just keep their heads down and keep on keeping on for the duration of King Charles's reign, however long or short it may be.